Hi, it's Chrisanne, and I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chrisanne and Jeff. And today we are going to be using the Nuvo shimmer powders, and we're going to be doing a technique that I like to call kiss and tell. So let's get started with these new Nuvo shimmer powders. We are going to be making some amazing backgrounds, and here's some examples of some cards that I've made using these backgrounds. So let me show you these real quick. Then we're going to make these backgrounds and I'm going to show you my technique that I call kiss and tell. We're going to look at these a little bit closer in a minute, but let's get started. So first of all, what I like to do is I use my Nina 110-pound white cardstock. I have a collection of the Nuvo shimmer powders. This one happens to be Blue Blitz. I'm also going to be using Atlantis Burst, Cherry Bomb, Violet Brocade, and let's see, Catherine Wheel. And these are all the Nuvo ones. You can tell from the top. I love their packaging. Green Parade. And last but not least, Fallen Leaves. So what I do is I have them in a little container and I just kind of randomly pick from that container. So you're going to need your cardstock, you're going to need the Nuvo powders, and a spritz bottle, a fine spritz bottle. So here's the tip. When you're working with these, don't squeeze them. Trust me, I learned the hard way. So what you do is you take them and you randomly kind of shake them throughout the paper. Gentle little shake. My dog just entered the room, so you might be hearing him making some noises. So that first one was Atlantis Burst. This one is Blue Blitz. So you're just going to randomly putting what looks like hardly any on the paper. So these are powders. So you're just sprinkling the powder. The next one here is Cherry Bomb. I use between 3 and 5 colors. So I hope you can see that. And let's do the Violet Brocade as well. So I'm trying to get all my areas covered. If I have an area that needs to have a little bit more covered than what it actually is, I can pick up my paper and I can just give it a tap and move some of these around. So you see how I have it here. Not a lot. Grab my fine mist spritz bottle. This is where the magic happens. Isn't that cool? Let me pick this up and get it even closer so you can see that. Isn't that neat? So it's water reactive. So you can actually put water down on your paper first, or you can spray with water second. I like to do the spraying with water second. And I like to have my spritzes of water going in all different directions. It looks like I'm adding a lot of water. It's because I'm doing the kiss and tell technique. So watch what we're going to do. So we have our paper pretty saturated with water and the Nuvo powders. I take another piece of paper, I put it on top, I grab my towel, I say at your workstation, you always need to keep a towel. I am wiping all around my paper. I am pressing down on my paper. I'm kind of pushing some of the water out. It doesn't matter what the back looks like. Nobody's going to see this. We're making cards with this, so you are not going to see it. I did get a little bit of spritzes and stuff all over my desk, but you know what? I have a really colorful desk because I'm an artist. So here's the kiss and tell. We've kissed. Now we're going to tell. So here's what we do. So we have two papers that are virtually the same. This didn't get enough water right here. Let's add a little bit there. Now, the tell part comes in where I come in and I can kind of manipulate some of these. If I have too much water somewhere, like right here, I'm not sure I really care for that line. I can kind of wipe some of the water away. But other than that, these two look pretty darn good, I think. So there's one and there's two. And from these two pieces of paper, we can get 8 cards made. 8 cards is a lot, and this was really quick. So what I do is I tell people, let these dry. You can dry them with your heat gun. I don't recommend that as much as I like actually letting them sit to the side of my desk and drying for about an hour or two. Let me show you some examples of some ones that I have. So here's another pair that I have. Oops, wait a minute. No, this was the one that I cut apart. Or this one was the one I cut apart. Here's the pair right here. Okay, so here's another pair that I made. And here's another pair that I made. So what I did is I let them dry. They do buckle a little bit. If you're concerned about the buckling, you can tape them down to your surface with a washi tape or something like that so that they do lie flat and then they dry flat. I'm not overly concerned about that because I can turn my paper upside down. I can give it a nice little bend and I can sort of bend them back into shape. I do it mostly from the back, so it somewhat flattens it out. So what I do is I cut them up into whatever size that I happen to need for my card. These are from one sheet of paper that I have cut up and created these for. I want to go back and show you the cards. We're going to stamp these in 2 seconds, but I wanted to show you the cards again so you can see there's a beautiful shimmer in the background, and I don't know if the camera picks that up, but all I've done is I stamped using Lavinia Stamps. So I'm taking Sebastian and I'm stamping him here, and then I've come in with, once again, another Nuvo product, my Nuvo glitter pen, and I'm just glittering Sebastian. There you go. You can kind of see that. This makes a stunning background. 3 stamps in this one. That's it. These are all Lavinia stamps. Very, very simple. I did come in and color in the blossoms, and I did come in and put glitter in the wings. And this one, I just stamped one of the love sayings, and I popped it up with some dimensional tape. This one, it's a little garish for me, but I thought, oh, let's have some fun. So I used the same glitter here. I used Nuvo drops here, and I just attached my gems. Just, it's a little bit much, but you know what? It's going to make somebody happy. This I did with Lavinia stamps as well, and I'm debating, I haven't quite gotten there yet, if I'm going to put a die cut embellishment above these 2 badgers. So this is another piece of paper that I just randomly brayered some ink, did not care to get it straight. I don't care that it's kind of splotchy. And then I used some of the blue blitz and some other colors, and I sprinkled it on, sprayed it with water, and this is what I've been die cutting. So I got some really interesting die cuts out of this one piece of paper. Let me grab some of these other die cuts. So using some heart dies, I got some beautiful die cuts, and this one I was actually thinking that would be pretty layered. And then look, so it is water reactive. You don't like it, come back in and give it a little bit of a spritz. And then this one, we're going to be making a version of this card. So it's 3 simple flowers, and then I came in with my Nuvo pen again. But you can see all of this background is a metallic shine from the Nuvo powders. So let's go ahead and let's make a quick card. So I thought that we would start with this great stamp. It's called the Fairy Orchid Set. And as you can see, I get all my stamps from Del Bellows Designs. And it's her website is delbellowsdesigns.com. So this one is the Fairy Orchid. So when I stamp using my unmounted stamps, I like to put a mouse pad down because it gives it a little bit of a cushion. Let's just randomly pick one of our papers. And there are 3 stamps that come in this set. Now, there is a line that goes down the center of my block. I'm leaving the paper under it so you can see. This one, I like the stem to be straight. So what I do is I hold it I give it a little bit of a stretch, and then I attach the blossom at the top. That's all I'm doing. I am going to be stamping in VersaFine Clair using the Nocturne color, and I just lightly touch. So this kiss and tell technique is one that you attach the two papers together. You're kissing the two papers together, and then you come in and manipulate it afterwards. A little bit of a tell. So I lightly press this stamp down. Because I have the mouse pad as my cushion underneath, that helps me out a lot. Now, there are 3 stamps within this set. Do I have to use all 3? Absolutely not. But do I want to? Yeah, I do, because, I like the look of the 3. Now, this is a very super simple stamp. Oh, no, look. I got a little bit of ink here. Use my towel. Come in and give it a little bit of wipe. Let me just add a little more ink. I'm trying to line up the base. There. Now, since these backgrounds are relatively busy, we don't really have to do too much to make this a very presentable card. So, let's finish this up. Let's get this stamped. There we go. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my double-sided tape. I am going to mount this onto a piece of black paper. And you can hear the dogs again. We are going to just add some more of this double-sided tape. There's the end right there. Not exactly straight. I would add a little bit of more, but for conversation's sake, let's just go ahead and get this attached. Let's move this guy out of the way. So let's just get this attached. I had these pre-cut and ready, which sometimes makes it easier when you're doing your work. I do like to turn things over. Go like that, and let's see. Do we like that on purple? Yeah. Let's do it on this purple right here. Let's give that a fold. Let's grab our bone folder, give that a crease. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach that with more tape. And then I'm going to come in with my Nuvo glitter shimmer pen. I can add a sentiment to this if I want, or I don't have to. I could also add some jewels around this if I would like, just like I did with that other card that I had. I probably would go ahead and add some more tape to this as well. Probably should have done the shimmer pen after I glued it, but for conversation's sake, there we go. We have a done card. How quick, easy, simple is that card? And it was done using Lavinia Stamps. I do get all my Lavinia Stamps at delbellosdesigns.com. If you're interested in my work, contact me. My business is Elemental Energies with Chris-Ann and Jeff. You can find my website at chrisann-jeff.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this inspires you to kiss and tell. Enjoy and be free.